All right, it's always cool when you get cool people into the studio, especially cool people who know how to sing, because Bjorn and I got nothing on that. And especially cool people that have got brand new music. And we've got a couple of very cool people from a small town of Pukekohe, which is out in South Auckland. Brother and sister act. They're Jacob and Christy Sahota, otherwise known as Sahota Vision. Good morning, team.
Good morning, good morning. How are you?
We're good, man. We're good.
It's
You guys
good.
got Jacob and Christy.
Yes.
sir.
All right. So you're sort of brand new to us.
Yep.
And you're probably new to a lot of people who are listening to us right now.
For sure.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Okay, so my name is Christy. I'm 19 years old, and this is my brother, Jacob.
Kia ora team, my name is Jacob and I'm 21.
Yeah, so...
22, my bad. I'm 22.
He's like, wait a minute, my name's not even Jacob. What do I mean? I've got to say, you've got an amazing moustache for a 22-year-old.
so much.
I remember when I was 22, I definitely did not have the density. I mean, I'm going okay now, but that's
Looks
very
great.
good. Yeah,
You know, the
thank
thing
you.
is, I actually try to grow out a beard. So all my mates have a full-on beard like yours, and it's the only thing that I can't grow. So I have to
Oh.
keep that little...
Is
like,
that
Little mo.
have you shaved it, or is that have you from when you started growing it?
As in...
Like, is that from as
What is that? Is that his day one?
A1 mode? No. I think it's like 3 days, 4 days worth
Very
of
good,
growth.
bro?
Nah, he's
Very
looking
good,
good.
yeah.
You're looking very good.
Thank you so much. I
Okay, you're
appreciate it.
you're
But
brother-
you guys are about much more than moustaches, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay, brother and sister act. I mean, siblings. You know, your best. Some of you can be best friends.
Yeah.
You know,
100%.
Yeah.
some can, you know, like not
you're-
be best friends.
But your rival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Ouch.
when did you guys decide to make the decision? Okay, we want to collaborate and make music together, Christy.
Okay, so I've been doing music ever since I was like 3, like a kid. And I was just in the studio with our very, very good friend Vince. And he was just like, Jacob, what if you just rapped? And then that's just how it started. So
It's funny because at first I just started laughing.
Yeah.
I was like, "There's no way! I've never done it before." So
You've never rapped before.
No.
No, it's my first time. So I've
Yeah.
only just started about 2-3 months ago.
This is the best. This is the best story. Wait a minute. So take us back. Okay, so you're in the studio with Vince Harder. How do you end up in a studio with Vince Harder? Because were you on the show Pop Stars?
I was on Pop Stars, and Vince and I just kept contact after that. And then I did Christmas in the Park.
Oh, cool.
And then I was like, Vince, I don't like uni anymore. So I was like, can we because I think he was doing this artist development course.
Yeah.
But then he had other stuff that was going on. So he ended up bringing LeVar over, and me and Jacob, we ended up helping out with that as well, which was, he's just a blessing, honestly. He's just
100%,
always helped
yeah.
us, and we're just so grateful for him. So yeah, thanks. Shout out to Vince and Abby.
Wait, so what was Jacob doing in the studio? If you don't rap, and are you musical in some way, or were you just hanging out as like a friend or a sibling?
Well, essentially, I've always played the piano. the
Okay,
keys.
right.
Oh, you are a
And-
musician.
So kind of, yes.
Kind of.
I mean, up and coming, 100%.
Nice.
But yeah, I used to write the songs for Christy, and Christy would sing them. And then so together we'd always be, you know, that little duo. But I've
Yeah,
never
cool.
actually been on a mic before, like put my voice out there. And so we're in the studio one day, and then Vince is like, you know what would be cool is chucking on like a rap verse. I was like, yeah, that'd be dope. Like Christy's gonna be rapping. And he's like, nah, I mean you, bro. I'm like, hey.
Wow.
But yeah, it was crazy. So started about, I'd say 3 months ago now,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
slowly getting better
3
and better.
months, mate. You-
That's great. I love this story.
I know.
Wait, so did you have to, when he's like, it'd be cool to get a rap on here, what do you just go into the bathrooms and try and write one? Or like, how does that work?
Honestly, I think it's just...
You just
'cause we
We
freestyle.
just
started-
did it on the spot and
Yeah, it's just...
brainstormed.
Brainstorm,
nice.
yeah. Honestly, Vince is an amazing person, eh? Like,
Oh, he's okay, bro.
we've...
Yeah, it's okay.
No, he's
off
very,
mic now.
no, he's a
He's-
talented individual.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, in and out the studio, such an amazing person, and we appreciate everything he's done for us. And it's opened so many, like, doors for us as well.
For
and
sure.
I
He's
think it's just
inspired us.
another gift, I
Yeah.
think, that he's shown that we have.
Yeah.
So we can utilize it as a sibling duo to kind of get out there and inspire other people if they want to try it as well.
Christy's down with her singing.
Yes.
So when you started rapping, were you intimidated at all? Like when Vince said, "Okay, we're going to get you in the studio, you're going to bust out a verse."
Not really. No, it was kind of like the energy wasn't there. As in when I was spitting, it was more like monotone. And then he showed me the video from of Eazy-E rapping. And then I was like,
Cruising down the street in my six
That's the one. That's the one.
Dude, have you heard of Eazy-E before you?
yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. We have to be careful with which lyrics we quote. Okay, so tell us, Christy, about like I mean, we're going to hear your song shortly anyway, but like, what's the genre / vibe of your music, and is it influenced at all by your like Indian kind of background?
Good. That's a good question because we ended up doing more songs with Vince, and some of it did have like an Indian touch because we are Punjabi.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to that perspective because we're trying to explore and just be creative with our journey. And with Find Our Way, we didn't add an Indian touch on that, didn't we?
No, we did. So
we did.
in my
We
rap,
did.
there's
yes, we did.
the first couple of lines are in Punjabi.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
And so essentially the first line in Punjabi is then translated to the second line, which is in English. So the first line means the second line, which is in English, so people could understand that, and then the second line.
We'll get to your song
Yep.
and what it's all about in just a little bit. But it must be important to you guys. It must feel good that you're showcasing your culture at the same time.
For
Yeah,
sure, 100%.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Each bowl. Oh,
Okay,
from
can
what
we
were
ask you
talking
a
about.
question? This is a reference to something that happened earlier on in the show.
Don't
I'm not
preempt it.
going to contextualize
Don't.
anything. If someone sent you a message on like a text or a
Yeah.
DM or something, and they ended it with Ijbol,
Ijbol.
IJBOL,
Come on, Jacob. You know
how
that.
would you respond to that?
You were just doing it. You were
just
just doing it.
I'll just laugh. I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
just
see?
have a
Have
good
you ever
time.
seen anybody do that?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
See, exactly. this guy.
Chrissy, what does it mean? Let me tell you what it means. I just burst out laughing. It's what we use now because lol, we don't use lol.
He thinks
anymore.
lol is gone and Ijbol
I
is
use
replacing
lol.
it. I know,
Well,
right? Everybody does.
You need to
Sorry,
upgrade.
that's
You need
so
to upgrade
funny.
to each. Well, there you go. See,
It's not funny for the reason you think it's funny.
back to the brother and sister egg.
Yeah, hey, we've just been learning more about these guys growing up in the Badlands of Karaka in South Auckland. We just found out Christy doesn't know how to drive a car, which is
Damn it.
amazing.
We're getting exposed on the
Yeah,
radio.
That's good. You want to learn about you, who you guys are.
Yes,
Well,
100%.
Jacob can drive you everywhere
Yeah,
he wants
he's my
to.
taxi driver.
That's good.
Yep. Fit the picture perfectly, right?
Now, you grew up in South Auckland. We just talked off here about the schools you went to. Where does faith intersect in all of that for you guys?
Oh, well, our faith started essentially, we've grown up in a Christian household. Our grandfather, my mum's dad, sorry, he actually had like a very, very long story, but essentially he was in a lot of pain, and he's been to a lot of other people around the world. He's come from Dubai and stuff like that as well. So he looked to cure this pain for some possible way, and he went to doctors. The doctors couldn't find him any medicine or medication like that. So essentially one day, one of his workmates took him to the church, and he's like, "You should come to church with us." And then the pastor was like, "Oh, I feel like there's someone here with a sore wrist." And he tapped him on the shoulder, and he was like, "You didn't tell him about me or anything, eh?" And he's like, "No, I haven't said anything. Is that you?" And then so essentially it was him, and they prayed over his wrist, and that pain was gone.
Wow.
So after that, our family all got baptized and everything, and then us kids were born, so we were raised into that Christian household. And then, as you know, growing up, you know, you're only kids, you don't really know much about Jesus or the Bible and faith and everything like that, so you got to find your own way to it. So growing up as a child, you go to church and everything, but you don't actually fully understand it. So as you get older and more mature, you kind of realize these things yourself. So I came to my faith essentially by diving deeper into it because I wanted to find a better purpose and a better understanding of what it actually means to follow Jesus and stuff like that. So, and then my sister's is a little bit different as well. So,
Yeah, so as Baji means brother in Punjabi, so I call him Baji. So, yeah, we grew up in a Christian household, and essentially everyone has their own journey to, faith. But I feel like I fully wanted to know if I always knew that there was a God, and I just wanted to know Christ more and just get my faith deeper and just grow my relationship with him. I think I gave my life to Christ probably pretty recently, like in December last year.
Wow.
And I've always prayed, and
Yeah.
I've always gone to church and talked to God, but that just wasn't enough for my relationship with him. So, yeah, ever since I surrendered everything, just
Wow.
my life just completely changed. Like my thinking changed. I started reading the Bible, and I'm almost finished it.
What? Hold on.
Wait, the New Testament. Let me.
Oh, okay.
Let
I was
me
like, since
spend time.
December. I was like, do you have a job? Or like, what are you... Just did this all day. That's a big book.
No, I've almost finished the New Testament.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Yeah. I started reading the old, and then a lot of my brother's wiser friends were like, "Oh, you should start on the new because it foreshadows the old." So, yeah.
That's amazing, Christy, and well done. You got some beautiful mentors in Vince and
Oh,
Abby
absolutely.
as well.
100%.
Oh, so grateful. I remember Vince saying to us one day, he was like, music is a way of him serving.
Yeah.
And that was just so beautiful, because that was just another indication of like our purpose, because music is our way of, loving and serving and just connecting with people, because when we make music, it's about the journey and like how it's been created and the relationships that's been formed. So that was beautiful.
I think what you're talking about, like, it's easy to grow up in church and you kind of, it's your family thing. It's just what you know, so it's just, it's there. And then at some point in your life, you kind of are like, okay, is this my faith or is this just my family's faith or my
Yeah.
parents' faith or whatever it is, just of where I found myself. And then you get to that point where it is like, it becomes your own thing. So it's really cool to hear like your actual individual stories of where that happened for you, and cool that it's such a recent thing, Chrissy.
For
That's
sure,
awesome.
yeah. Especially nowadays, if you look out into the world, there's a lot of things going on. So you can really understand, like, you got to surround yourself with the right people,
Oh, absolutely, man.
Like they're saying is like you're a product of your environment is so true, and especially having Abby and Vince around us, it's been a whole blessing.
Oh, man,
So
that's awesome, and a great testimony for anyone who's listening right now as well. It's never too late to
It's
find
never
your
too
part,
late.
to find your place.
100%.
Let's talk about Find Our Way. That's the name of your song. We want to get into it right now. So what's the purpose and meaning behind Find Our Way?
So when we were writing the song, it was essentially Christy and we were just thinking about the things we've gone through as a family, because as a family you always have ups and downs. So because me and my sister are such close siblings and like pretty much best friends, we have this line where it's like there's like a bond that can never be broken. So to the listeners out there, you could use that line in any sense that you want to think about it. It could be your sibling, your dog. It could be like a guitar that you love. Anything that you really have a strong connection with. But me and my sister have like this bond where it's like unbreakable kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
So,
we
yeah.
also referred that a little bit to Christ as
Christ
well,
as
because
well.
it's written in the Bible, once you give that love to Christ, it's just unbreakable.
Surrender it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who wrote it? Did you write it?
So me, my sister, and Vince, we all worked on it together.
It's
We
nice.
wrote it together.
All right.
I didn't do the rap. Let's just put that out there.
You didn't rap?
No.
Can people find you anywhere? Like your
Yeah.
music is and stuff? Where can people find you if they want to look for you?
So we have Sahota Vision on Instagram, and if you want to find us separately on Instagram or just all social medias, it's Christy Sahota and
Jacob Sahota, and our music is all on all platforms, so Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, you know, so you can search up Sahota Vision, our song, and everything will be there.
Sahota Vision.
Yes.
Should we play this
sir.
jam?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing it. It's been cool to chat to you guys for. I wonder how many people listening
Thank
be
you.
like, when are you going to play the song? Like, I would like to hear the music.
We're going to
so-
play it right now.
Yeah, we're getting into it.
And thanks for popping in, you two.
No, thank you so
keep-
much for having us.
Keep doing your thing and walking your walk. You've been,
Thank you.
I think you inspired a whole lot of people who've been listening this morning, including us. So,
Thank you
way
so
to go,
much.
Sahota Vision.